right, we are live and we are going to see if we can show the comments over here. Oh, I won't be able to show them because I didn't make my layout correct, but I will adjust that in the future. Of course, the live chat will be going on and I can put certain things up on the screen as we go. So we've got our moderator here. Thank you, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Date Night with the Crystal Matchmakers. Can you hear the anticipation in my voice? Date night, okay. All right, I am here with Mark and Alka, Crystal Matchmakers, and dear friends. How are you guys doing this evening?
Hey,
Good.
Joelle.
How are you, Joelle?
Good. How are you?
All right, we've got Tanya in the crowd. We've got Jackie. I know she's listening in. I believe Stacy. We're going to give it a few more minutes for everyone to see the notification and to pop on. But of course, as always, I am so excited to be here. It's been a few months since we had a live, and we've got a lot to catch up on. So we are going to just give it, as I said, a little bit more time to percolate here. How are you guys feeling today?
Good. As happy hump day, Tanya. It's been a week, but like you said, it's been a minute, yeah, and we're feeling good. We've been excited about this.
Absolutely. So here on Date Night with the Crystal Matchmakers, this is our time to help you find your perfect match. Now, the whole thing about having a crystal matchmaker, the thing that I love about what you all have created and the services you offer is that you really are a like concierge crystal purveyor, that you connect with people with the energy that is just so perfectly aligned to bring from a little sparkle to a big kapow to people's reality. And so this is our chance to talk about what you found for us out in the world in terms of crystal shows, which I'm super excited to talk about. And then we're also tonight going to talk about a few of the matches that you made for myself and other people who are here listening to the stream that I know have brought home also matches from you. We're going to get some commentary from the gallery, if you will. So, Mark, Alka, last time I saw you was your holiday crystal showcase, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, I've seen you once since then.
No, it was in March.
We had
right?
a
In March.
early spring
showcase.
Okay, so I saw you in December because I did my holiday shopping with you.
Yes.
Then there was a pause, and then I saw you in March, and I brought some pieces home with me. But between like February is that crystal show season?
Yeah, it is biggest crystal show in the world
In
season.
Tucson, yeah.
And it was the first time we went to the Tucson show. So yeah, we've still been working on the pieces that we got from Tucson.
Yeah.
We had the show in March. It's just as a preview for our friends and longtime customers for the Tucson pieces, but we didn't quite open up all because it was quite rushed.
Yeah, we still have some pieces left over because I mean Tucson was quite an experience that we brought back a lot, and we would have brought back a lot more, but of course we have certain budgetary limitations.
Well, for those of us who've never
which
been,
are unfortunate.
well, I mean, it's fortunate because everybody's gonna have some breaks, right? Especially as heavy as some of these crystals can be. But
Yeah.
for those who don't know, could you describe like what is this event and why is it important? Why is it a part of your circuit in terms of how you find the materials and pieces to bring to people?
Okay, so I'll have Mark explain kind of the physical aspect of the show, but I'll just kind of start to say why it's important and why is the show so critical, right, for people like us. So Tucson in Arizona, every year we have vendors that gather literally from all over the world, miners, vendors, brokers, all in the crystal gemstone world. And they gather there And that's where, you get to meet a lot of people. So for us, the importance is we get to meet all of our vendors face to face, see them, talk to them, commune with them, socialize with them. We get to meet new vendors. We get to meet some miners as well, so direct, owners of mines. And we get to be a part of community as well. We can't tell you the number of friends we've made, mostly vendors, some sellers as well, like us, small family businesses. And we get to compare notes on our business models. We learned quite a bit about different business models and, ideas on how we can do certain things. The thought and the idea that we have one of the largest crystal harmonizer collections in the world in terms of variety, and getting advice from long time, vendors and long time suppliers on how we should market ourselves and what we should do about it. So for us, Tucson was so valuable and so critical, not just for sourcing, but also for starting to build a community, and starting to have almost an advisory council on how we should run our business and what we should do. So that's kind of the intangibles that we got from Tucson. And Mark, do you want to talk about how they're laid out, because you really
Well,
have a
it's like a
handle on
loose
that.
conglomeration of dozens of shows that are scattered around the city, although some of them are grouped very close together. But yeah, they're put on by a variety of different organizations. Some organizations do more than one show. Some shows are for specialist collector buyers that have very exquisite pieces that go into the tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Other
Mhm.
shows are just for general public, some for wholesale, some for wholesale and retail, some for both. And then again, some that specialize in crystals from different parts of the world. Like, you have also companies that have warehouses in the city and that you can set up meetings to go to those warehouses
Mm.
for. So yeah, it's basically a loose association of dozens of shows, and the vendors that we already knew were scattered among those shows. So we simply, before we went, loosely mapped out the order in which we were going to go visit the vendors. And then while we were doing so, of course, you find new people,
Mm.
new contacts that you end up, yeah, meeting and dealing with.
And now this is not a weekend crystal show. What
No,
you're
not
talking
much.
about takes place over a period of what, about 3 weeks?
Yeah, we're about a
Four,
month. Yeah.
yeah,
A
Uh-huh.
month.
months, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I mean the sheer volume. Like, could you describe like I hear it's mind-boggling, honestly, of how many crystals you could possibly have in one
Yeah,
place.
it is. I mean, some shows are small. They might have just half a dozen vendors, while others have hundreds upon hundreds. And they can have everything from jewelry to specimens to carvings and everything in between. But the way we approach it is still the way I think a lot of our customers approach it, and that's we look for stuff that calls out to us, that speaks to us. Crystals that have a certain voice, crystals also that we find that are ethically mined and produced and sourced and transported, and that's kind of how we go about it. We just go about it on a larger scale. That's all. But we still want things that are crystals that we know are treated well and that speak to us in a certain way.
Yes,
Oh.
I mean, one thing definitely we realize, this is not for the faint-hearted, right? We go, imagine, a city actually smaller than Atlanta, but you've got 50, literally 50 shows splattered throughout the city. So you're going to every show, and we made it a point to go to every store or every vendor to get a feel. And if something didn't resonate, we'd both look at each other and
And
go,
then just
no,
you move
we're,
on. Yeah.
we're moving on, we're walking
Uh-huh.
away. We can see these crystals have not been treated well. Or, knowing us, oh, they're not treated well, let's adopt them and let's take
Oh.
care of them and put it in our personal collection. So there's instances where we did that as well.
Mhm.
But to Mark's point, we took a look at it not just from a geology perspective, the science of the crystal, the beauty of the crystal, but from a very energetic perspective, the energy of the vendor, the energy, of the people there, the energy of the crystals itself.
And of
Well, you
course,
know,
since I'm sorry.
well, I was gonna say that is like the ultimate in when you're looking for a frequency match, like a vibrational match starts at the point of your even awareness consciously of each other,
Yeah,
and
no,
so the fact that you
absolutely.
all are tuning into that as a primary way of that's a lot different from what lot can we get at a discounted price so that we can mark them up and return the highest profit in our, that's
Yeah.
a different frequency, and there are people to fill that space. There's no
Of course,
judgment
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
about
no,
one or the
no.
other.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like the vibrational of that is what drew me to you as a purchaser, especially when it comes to the ethical sourcing, because this is, these are to me living beings, and the earth
Mhm.
disgorges herself in this form to our benefit. And sometimes that transaction can be very harmful to
Yeah.
not only the earth, but the residents and the ecosystem where that material is being brought from.
No, absolutely. And we stand there and we talk to our vendors and get to know their stories, get to know the stories of how they acquire the crystals, and we make friends with them. But Mark and I have become so attuned that it doesn't take us 2 seconds to step somewhere and we look at each other and we can immediately go, no, this
Yeah.
is not for us, and move on. We even went to one of our very regular suppliers we go to every year in Denver, and we went to their booth this year. And we walked around. Initially, we picked up a few pieces thinking the obligation of it's our regular vendor, we want to support them. But then we looked at each other and the
Yeah,
energy
just the
just
feel
didn't
wasn't
feel
right. Yeah.
right. It just didn't
Hmm.
feel right. And so we said,
Yeah.
we can't do this. No.
Mm.
It was, it felt really mass produced. And I mean, we know where the
Hmm.
crystals come from. We know he has a factory in Bali where he carves all his crystals, which are beautiful. But this time it just didn't feel right.
Hmm.
Mm.
And of course, there are a lot of vendors that have that kind of mass-produced quality and a lot of sameness. You see a lot of the same things over and over again, and so we know that we can just calmly pass that by because we also look for, as you know, things that are a little bit esoteric. Crystals that are harder to find, crystals
Yes,
that are a bit off the beaten path. So that's
absolutely.
another of our interests. So.
Absolutely. I was just thinking there that I went to Bali in the fall,
Mm.
and what I found, and I remember sharing with you that it was a very interesting frequency, that there were some lower frequency experiences that were happening, and that I was glad I went, but I wouldn't say that it was like a high vibrational kind of thing. And I've then heard other people say that the tenor of the land is changing because of tourism.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if the materials that are coming from the land are reflecting in the crystal and vibration, the
So,
shifting consciousness there.
so he gets material from all over the world, but his factory is in Bali. So the process of carving, there's a lot. Bali is turning very commercial. So there's
Mhm.
a lot of commercialism. A lot of the rocks that come from that land is not so much from Bali as much as Central Java,
Oh,
where that's where the volcanoes are, that's where the mountainous region is, and that's where all the mining happens. So things like bumblebee jasper, we're introducing yellow chalcedony today. That's from Central Java, and that's still, the land there is still very, very, powerful. But Bali, you have to go to certain spots in Bali. You
Yeah,
have to, yeah. Ubud has become terribly
yeah,
touristy now.
that's where
The
I was.
peacefulness, yeah, the peacefulness of Ubud is kind of, letting way, but there are pockets of Bali that are still peaceful and beautiful. I mean, we were there only
Mhm.
3 days a couple of years ago, but yeah, Mark got to experience that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also the thing that another reason why going with a trusted source is important because the counterfeit game is so sophisticated in terms of e-commerce and in stores. Like it's like knowing the difference between a fake diamond and a real diamond is thousands of dollars worth of price tag,
Yeah.
but it's an expertise as well. And the same goes true for crystals, if you ask me. If
No,
I'm going to spend a few $100s, I need to know that it was the thing that they said it
Mhm.
was.
yeah, no, absolutely. We're right there with you. And it takes an eye. Some is very obvious. You can see that the crystals are not real, like with malachite. Usually, every piece of malachite is unique. And so if you see two identical matching pieces,
Mhm.
more or less that this is not the same, this is not natural. But there's so many lab grown crystals, there's so many contrived crystals, there's so many mislabeled crystals. That's what bothers Mark and me the most.
Mhm.
Mislabeling of crystals, mislabeling of minerals, that's pretty rampant now. So we try to go and correct that as much as we can, but it's hard. So with whatever we do, we make sure our descriptions are accurate. We make sure that we do some research and ensure that everything we've got is literally from the place they say it is from and the material that they say it's from. And yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm smiling because at the March event that you had, I brought home this particular piece, and I want you to share. I don't know. I'm assuming it came from Denver. I'm going to try to put my personal like light.
Quantum Quattro.
Yeah, this is the. I don't know. I don't have the right lighting for YouTube. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it has this beautiful
Quattro.
Yep. It's quantum
Mhm.
quattro. Yeah. That it's
blue
yeah. You can see that there.
situation in it.
That's its sister.
Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
yours. Oh yeah, baby, don't sell it. No. Okay, so let's see here. Now, was this from this
Yeah.
show?
Mhm.
Yeah. It was from Tucson. We got, actually it's really hard to get like polished pieces like yours and like this.
Mhm.
They normally come in raw format or come in spheres. So these pillows that we call them, they're really, we were really attracted to them. Quantum Quattro comes from Peru. It consists of quattro, four different
Yes. Mhm.
minerals, and it's gem silica, it's quartz, it's a little bit of chrysocolla, and what was the fourth one? Not dioptase,
What was
no.
it? I don't remember what the
It's
fourth one was.
hematite, I think.
Yeah.
Yep,
Mhm.
yeah. And it's the heart healer, right? It heals the heart at a really deeply physical level. So very, very good for anyone that has any kind of heart challenges, actually, physical heart challenges, arterial challenges, AFib, what other,
Wow.
Also, lingering emotional injuries
yeah,
from the
lingering, yeah,
past.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
emotional injuries that have turned physical. So Quantum Quattro heals not just at that emotional level, but at that physical, that when you're in such deep emotional pain that it turns physical, that's what
Mm,
Quantum Quattro is used for.
very interesting. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my lamp back. I should never have messed with it.
Um,
I'm wondering then. Okay, I bring it. It came home with me at the last show. I really wish I could show how pretty that blue
It
vein.
is. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
such a
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
color that's a vibrant, like aquamarine color.
Yeah.
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 So this is one piece, and you call this a pillow because it really does kind of like pillow, just and nest ever so gently. So what I'll find myself doing is meditating and holding it,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
cupped in my hands or nestled like a
Like that.
little
Yeah.
Mhm.
little hot pocket.
Yeah, exactly. And the hand just rests so nicely,
Uh-huh.
It
right?
does,
That,
and
yeah.
I usually try to alternate and be bipolar, if you will,
Hmm.
and making sure that whatever energy that I run through my body through physical contact, I do on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So I don't just leave it to be like receiving hand. And it usually fits then somewhere different. Like you'll find a different kind of activation point if you really touch on the stones themselves.
Yeah.
They all have like natural kind of place where they will meld with you.
Correct. And yeah, and even so, even when I'm guiding meditation with crystals, right? When I do my classes and I get, the whole get to know your crystal thing, I always recommend, feeling natural grooves or feeling points, right, of this crystal. And so I love that they're not perfectly shaped, not a perfect palm stone.
Yes.
It's got groove and shape. Yeah, it's depth to it.
I love it. So, okay, that one has been claimed in the chat there.
Yours, Tanya, yours.
Now, you talked about pillows. So, this is another pillow that I got from you that I just love. It is a purple kind of color called phosphoterite. It's a pinky purple kind of thing going on. And I love this piece. I know that if I should ever part with it, it's going back to you.
Yes, because that one, because it was you, you got it, but that was really one that we both
Mhm.
wanted to keep
Yeah.
because the shape of it, and that was one we got in Denver two
That's
years
right.
ago.
Yeah. Kind of a last minute. We
Last
were
Oh,
walking
minute.
here
by
you
a
could kind
vendor
of
and
see
saw it.
Yeah.
how purple it is.
It's just, yeah. And
And
this
it
year
fits.
Really
we
pretty.
Just,
got the same one, but in
oh,
this
yeah, in a
massive
Big
boss
sphere.
size.
here.
Oh gosh, it's
Yes.
heavy.
Uh-huh.
This one just fits so nicely, just, underneath, between my heart chakra and my solar plexus. I tend to
Yeah.
just leave it there and have one or the other of my hands on it. It's like a little baby. I'll put it in my lap as I watch TV and just sit there. It's almost like a weighted sensory blanket feeling that feels
Yeah.
very calming and grounding.
Yeah, this
So,
phosphosiderite is very calming. It's they call it the twin flame stone. It's the stone of, realization and actualization of the twin flame relationship. But I find with phosphosiderite, I get that sense of calm. With me, it is about just quieting the monkey mind and just sitting in a place of calm and sitting in a place of just tranquility. If I could say tranquility has a name, it's
mhm,
phosphosiderite.
yes. I don't know if you can see behind me
Yes, we see
Mhm.
your
my
am.
shell with phosphorite,
Yeah, yeah,
phosphorite
Yeah.
on it that I got from you all. And
yeah,
that was an ammonite spiral inlaid with phosphorite. And that
yeah,
is from an artisan
yeah.
that you were connected with
Correct,
as well.
Mhm.
correct. The
Yeah.
thing we liked about that was because the other thing to quieten, to unwind your monkey mind is the ammonite, right? So every time, my clients see me and go, okay, I can't sleep at night, or my mind keeps working, you put an ammonite here and it slowly just unwinds. So to have that, and then to have the tranquility of the phosphosiderite, inlaid in that, it's kind of two in one. You've got the unwinding and then the replacing of the unwinding with that tranquility, with that peacefulness. And then because purple associated with the Alta Vista chakra, which is where
Working there.
wisdom comes in. So it's just that perfect combination. You're unwinding the monkey mind of the 3D world and replacing that wisdom and that energy in your mind.
And I have a beautiful ammonite spiral that I got from you all that's actually this big,
The
but I
big
had
piece.
it wire wrapped by
Yeah,
a sister from Belgium. So it
yeah,
just is this beautiful piece here.
right
It's
there,
about
right?
3 inches at least. And I only reason I did that one is because I have another ammonite spiral from you because I wanted to be able to touch it. And when you give your crystals over to jewelry,
Yeah,
that
yes.
removes some of the tactile experience of them. So I'm always very thoughtful about, what I choose to take out of touch into wearables.
So we have an ammonite similar to your one with phosphosiderite, where it unwinds and replaces with that peace and tranquility. This one unwinds and replaces with the expression. So this is with kyanite.
Oh, that's the
So
blue
you,
one. I know you've been dangling that date around me since the crystal show in Cobb County at Galleria. I think was the first time you were dangling that little tantalizing piece in front of me. You
so
guys know me too well.
well, for everyone else listening in, I mean, again, the same philosophy of unwinding what's stuck in your throat and then replacing that with, the expression and the truthfulness of kyanite, which is all about communication and expression.
So what I was going to share is that the ammonite spiral, the reason that I get it and got it as a necklace is because it is associated in the Atlanta Fairchild crystal
Oh, yeah.
teachings with Saraswati and the vibration of sound. So I think you just reinforced that the kyanite piece will be coming into my personal collection because I do have some regular kyanite, but it is kind of fragile, I
Yeah.
think, and so to have it set in that would be a beautiful balance here. I will tell you also that this little egg here, it actually does fit really nicely
Mm,
behind the neck. And I've laid on it like on a pillow because it just has like a real soft arch to it.
yeah.
So I've just put it, back there as just like a point of contact and let it soothe that Alta Vista input area. This one here
Yeah.
has been good for that.
Stunning.
You mentioned harmonizers, so these are just two harmonizers. I have many of these. And so talk about harmonizers and how they work.
Yeah, sorry, Mark had to step away. Someone was at our front door. Um,
Yes.
so harmonizers are, I've got two here as well. Um, these special cylindrical shapes. Now, in my practice, meditation and the shamanic work I do, I found that this shape is very, very good in conducting energy into the body and really quickly as well. So we experimented, and one of our vendors was willing to work with us to practice kind of carving these shapes, and we ended up getting a lot of different raw materials carved into this harmonizer shapes, starting off with then me experimenting and getting Mark to experiment as well on how quickly the energy of these harmonizers can circle through your body and then be pulled, energy that's not wanted be pulled out of the body here as well. So we recommend crystal harmonizers based on whatever energy is needed to be imbued in the system. And then we always say work with two. So the one that you work in your dominant hand is the one that then pulls energy out. And the one you work with in your receiving hand is the energy that you want to imbue yourself with. So with the pulling energy out, we recommend strong stones like shungite, like obsidian, like, yeah, tourmaline, and all of those, or even river rock or soapstone, anything that can hold any, kind of deposits or energy. And then how you want to start your day is the energy of what you want to imbue. What I'm holding here is this gorgeous blue amber, Indonesian blue amber. It's just really stunning.
You
And
can see the purple at a distance.
yeah,
Yeah.
you totally can. And that energy is the amber energy is not only just amber protects, but amber also gives you a connection. So lately been trying to work a lot with my intuition, honing that in, trying to be really specific, and amber's been helping me with that a lot, a lot.
Yeah, I still alternate hands. Like I run a polarity, just like, I believe we're like meant to operate in like full dual
Mm.
like nature. So I always just try to what I do on one side, I do on the other. Um, and I then sit with how it feels differently.
Yeah, yeah.
And I do generally go. So this one is a shungite harmonizer. This one is so shiny it looks like it has a coating on it, but it's just the polishing,
It's
right?
just a
Correct.
polish.
Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yes,
from
and
Crush.
then
Mhm.
this one is a rodent.
Pink rhodonite.
Pink
Yeah.
rhodonite from
Okay,
Peru. Yeah.
Mhm.
so this one I just love it. So soft and loving to me, energy. It's just like a piece of cotton candy,
Yeah.
feeling fluffy, soft, nurturing,
That
Kwanyeni
yeah,
kind of.
that batch of rhodonite really is just stunning. Vendor got it and he said, "Okay, I've got this raw material from Peru." So we immediately said, "Yep, harmonizers." And we also got palm stones. I think our palm stones sold out for these,
We didn't
right?
get pump stones. We got twin
Oh,
hearts.
twin hearts. Sorry,
So,
sorry. Yeah, yeah, twin
yeah.
hearts. Because again, for feng shui, especially from a relationship and love perspective, it's great. If you want love into your life, having twin hearts in your relationship corner. So the rhodonites were the perfect kind of uh, expression of that, if you may. Because I always feel rhodonite, it's not just all fluffy cotton candy, right? You've got bits and pieces of the black tourmaline there that
Yes.
helps, ground that love as well. It's not just about, hearts and flowers, it's hearts and flowers and grounding and,
Yeah, like a pink calcite would be
yeah,
more of the pure softness
yeah, yeah,
compared
yeah,
to this.
yeah. There's a doing a little heart there.
I think I got this heart
Yeah.
from you all last time too. I want to say, I don't know if it's an Amazonite or,
No, this is Amazonite. Um, this is Amazonite.
oh yeah, that's darker. I don't, it's
Oh,
kind
it's
Is that the,
blue calcite or
is it Mondano
it's,
calcite?
no, it's not pink. Is it pink?
Can't.
no, it's like a very pale
Very
aqua
pale
color.
blue. Yeah, it's
Oh,
blue calcite.
blue calcite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's blue
Yeah,
calcite.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
yeah,
the energy of it is very calcite.
yeah, because it's
Calcite,
got the center kind of
yeah.
orb.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's blue calcite. Calcite's
Yeah.
really all about the physical body, I find. And blue calcite's all about the healing of the throat and higher heart chakra. It's interesting that everything that you're bringing up today is about heart, and essentially this part of the body, the throat, the heart, the higher
So for
sort of
this
like this.
one,
Oh, the Lemurian.
Mm.
Oh my God, stunning.
that's my crown
Mm.
chakra. That one, I was holding this while I was doing my last reading on
Yeah,
Sunday, and it was summertime, time to go. Like it was a big download, but this one you can definitely see there's no like effect needed to be able
Mm-hmm.
to show the clarity of this.
Yeah,
Right.
no, that batch of Lemurians, the clarity is just stunning. You know the story of Lemurian seed crystals, right?
Yes, but share with our listeners.
Sure. So, as you all are aware, there was a civilization called Lemuria, and much like Atlantis, the civilization was going to go into ruins, and so a group of high priests and priestesses took these crystals and seeded these crystals with knowledge from Lemuria, and so therefore that's why you see the striations that on this, and that's really records. That's the record of the information that was seeded into these crystals, and they buried them throughout the world. So these crystals are then now starting to be found and in Brazil, in Colombia, in Mexico, in all parts of the world now. Even I've heard that they're unearthing them in China and places like that. And you only get them if you're called to them or you are meant to work with them. So every piece of Lemurian that you are called to, you are meant to work with
Mhm.
actively. You have to work with them actively. And that means, unlocking the records and sitting
Yeah.
with them and getting the downloads and sealing the records so that you can work with them again. I have a piece of Lemurian that when I unlocked the record, the piece told me that I am the one that buried it.
Mm,
And it was such a profound and emotional moment for me.
mm,
Mark, no, I mean, I was crying, bawling and bawling because then memories started flooding and all this information. So there is huge possibility that when you're attracted to a Lemurian, it's
mhm.
because it's yours or it's meant to be yours or you are meant to work with it. It's very, very, very purposeful, Lemurians. It's not just one to keep in your collection.
And this was one that I pulled, like, I was like, oh, okay, because I'm like unpacking all these crystals and they're starting to be like, hey, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about you. Oh, and so this is one that, and then I don't think I've ever really held a crystal while doing my lives before. And my hand just, it wasn't intentional, but then
Mm,
it was, and it just sat, there as like a receiving
yeah,
transmitter, and then after my video I still had more stuff coming in, so it definitely had opened my channel. It took me a while to like ground back down, but
yeah,
I'd also been sleeping with it in the bed. Yes, I sleep with my crystals, right? So I have a king size bed. I have plenty of space for all kind of crystals. I always have to shake out my sheets to make sure some of my smaller pieces, because I'll have some tourmaline. I've got a tourmaline tower next to the bed, a big chunky rose quartz, but I'll have any combination of whatever crystals are speaking to me.
yeah,
There have been times, we've talked about working through nightmares and dreams and lace agate and, it's Celeste, having different things to work with whatever I'm going through. So while I'm sleeping, we can be connected on the astral dimension. So
yeah,
I'm sure
absolutely.
that had a preparatory, getting my cells ready for the download that I was
Yeah.
able to bring through.
No, absolutely. And just to add a cautionary thing about sleeping too, and people often come to us and say, I can't sleep, and we ask them, do you have crystals by your bedside? And they go, yeah, of course I do. I always have crystals by your bedside, but I keep dreaming or having active dreams and I'm more tired when I wake up. The reason is orange and yellow and red crystals. If you have these by your bedside, they your dreaming becomes more active.
Mm,
So you end up working more, as opposed to having the light blues and the purples and the light pinks on your bedside, so that you can sleep and you can calm down and you can rest for the night. So I love active dreaming, so I don't mind. I have this bumblebee jasper by my bedside because I love having active dreams. But I do wake up tired sometimes because the dream world is so active. So those of you, if you are having trouble sleeping, first thing, check your bedside, check under your pillow to see if you don't have yellow, red, or orange crystals anywhere around there, possibly what's making your dream world really active.
In other words, no carnelian or pyrite or yellow calcite or
No
Sunstone.
char white.
sunstone.
Char white.
Well, Chara white I actually like to keep by my bedside because it has kind of, I find, a swirling intensity to it, but it doesn't really disrupt my sleep. So,
well, you're from the same place, man. The
Point
rest
taken.
of us don't have that ability. That char
It's
white
that
is like,
connection, yeah.
woo.
So Chara white I actually have by my bedside, but otherwise, I have scolasite and
Scolasite's really good for
what
sleep.
else? Celestite.
Yes,
so,
yeah, and Larimar.
And Larimar, of course.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
So
got
I like
a
the- I
scolasite
like the combo.
harmonizer from you all at the March show.
Yeah.
I love scolasite. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so sunshiny, like a buttercup of energy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But funny enough, scolasite is this, to me, like the Xanax, the sleeping pill.
Yeah.
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 There's kind of that milkiness to it, and it's just, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just very, very calming and tranquil.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the calming like
Yep.
Xanax. It takes that anxiety edge out, says it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you
Even
want by
energy.
Oh, we got frozen.
take that Xanax energy. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, did you have some pieces you pulled out to share?
So
We do.
Since you spoke about it, we got these two from Tucson, these Amazonite
Oh,
discs, if you may. They are really, really beautiful. We've been working with them. This one's got a lot of smoky. It's from Madagascar, and really beautiful energy. Amazonite is the stone of it's a heart stone. That was good to kind of zoom in on it.
yeah.
That heart stone, it is a heart chakra stone.
Mhm.
And but it's also what gosh, my words, I'm losing my words. It brings out that love of abundance, love of prosperity. So that's kind of what Amazonite does, right? It's a stone of prosperity as well as your heart stone, because what it does is it reminds you that your relationship with money, your relationship with your wealth, your relationship with your riches needs to be between you and the money, not anyone else, not your perception of what it is outside of you. So yeah, so that's the Amazonite. And this one's kind of got less of that smoky, so it's really, really stunning.
Ooh, wee.
Really,
Beautiful.
yeah. We'll bring this to the show for sure.
Mhm.
The other thing we wanted to show today is this one's stone of my heart.
Nigerian
We
fluorite.
all know I love fluorite. This fluorite,
Oh, yes. That's the one from Nigeria.
yeah, just stunning. And the energy is so powerful of this Nigerian fluorite. Fluorite is one of the most underrated crystals. People don't pay it mind because the one that comes from China is common, the one that comes from Mexico is common. But for me, for us, fluorite means so much because fluorite actually helps cut cords. If there is someone that means you harm, doesn't mean well for you, having fluorite will just wipe them out of your life or wipe them away or
Okay.
makes them agitated enough around you if they have to be around you that either you wipe them away or they walk away themselves because they get
I'm looking for, I had a fluorite. Oh, uh-huh.
at your desk. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough fluorite.
Okay, well, that is good to duly noted.
Yeah, so fluorite And so what makes this Nigerian fluorite so
Yeah, mine doesn't glow like that when you put that
yeah.
yeah, Stacy bought one of those from
You did,
you.
yeah.
I
Stacy
think
did,
it was a
yeah.
gift for somebody.
Yeah.
It's stunning with that
It,
purple
and
showing through. And that's how you know if it's real, right? If
yeah,
it's really,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The energy of this Nigerian fluorite is just beyond. It's powerful, it's strong. It's I've got a personal connection to Nigeria because my mother was born and brought up there. And I lived there for a year as a child. And so Nigeria is a special place for us. And so we got these pieces. There's a beautiful piece. I actually took it to Singapore to gift it to mom for her birthday. And I put it in her hand, gave it to her. I didn't tell her where it's from. And she opened the package, and my mother doesn't cry, right? And she had tears streaming down, and
mm,
asked her, said, "What's going on?" And she said, "This feels like home."
oh,
And
yeah.
that's when I said, "Mom, it's from Nigeria."
Hmm.
And she just bawled because that's her home, right? That's where she was
Yes,
born
the
and brought up.
land, the
Yeah,
land.
that's her land. So that's how powerful this is. That's how powerful the energy of, yeah.
Yeah,
I
see,
get very emotional too.
well, it's the power of the crystal matching that you're able to facilitate. Like, the feeling state of who it was for, and no idea then about how much it will resonate or the shaping of the resonance, but knowing that it's a match and a frequency is something, again, that I can't speak enough to about in terms of how it's valued. It's really benefited me personally from the things that I've been able to incorporate and bring home with me. And
Yeah.
then just learning from you all every time we talk crystals, it's something interesting, a little tidbit, a little nugget of your wealth of knowledge. So I'm so appreciative of that. And if people are looking, if you're looking for crystals, you can visit the Crystal Matchmakers on Etsy. Their Etsy shop is open for business and inventory coming on. I know you said you're still unboxing things from the shows, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're still finding things to price, and
Yeah.
Mark does a great job of photographing every day, But Joel, to what you were saying, I think it's such a gift that it's something that even Mark has developed so strongly that when we're in the presence of someone, that their energy feels so that they trust us enough to open up and say, what should I get, or introduce something to me. And the crystals really honor us with their communication through us. It's so often, and you know this, right? How often if people come to our shows or our home, and we've just gone, here, just hold on to this, because
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
and
The ambush.
oh, you call it
you dropped
ambush.
you dropped a
We call it
malachite in my
matchmaking.
hand at the very first one. And
Yeah,
like
oh yeah, I
2 days
remember that.
later, I had like a sinus infection and a cold. And I was like, I didn't know I needed to purge. But
Yeah,
it was like it
exactly.
started this catalyst that I had to really, and it was fast.
It
That's
was very,
malachite moves the
yeah.
healer fast. But it was like, darn it, that darn Alka put that malachite in my hand and triggered a healing.
And I'm telling you, it happens to us too, right? Even at home, because he'll be taking photographs, or he'll be in the inventory room, and he'll come and he'll say, "See what I found," and he'll put it in my hand, and I look at him and I go, "Yeah, how did you know?" Okay, thank you. I'm not even asking anymore that I needed this today. I needed this today. So we're very, very grateful
Yeah.
that the crystals also trust us to be able to match people and match them with their right people.
It's a very personal process. We don't look at it as, kind of bulk business, like we have product or inventory. Those terms even seem a little bit strange to us, even though, officially, I guess that's what you might call it. But for us, it's like, matching someone with a new member of the family.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we look at it.
Yeah, it is. I was thinking that I was like, it's like a adopt a pet, adopt an animal,
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
home a
yeah.
match. Like it's really like when you see when you see people now on TV where they're finding their rescue pet and they burst into tears when the dog jumps up on them. It's that
Yeah,
Yes,
same
yes,
kind of thing when you see the crystal, like, oh my gosh, that
yeah.
same
That's
feeling
it.
of,
Yeah,
and you know that the crystal is just as
mhm.
excited too.
yeah,
So.
yeah.
Now, for those of you who live in the Atlanta area, we are getting ready to have the first of what I hope is going to be a very special event. So I am going. Oh, thank you for the Etsy share! Yay! Moderator,
Thank
put your
you.
link in there. Moderator, as a matter of fact, I think I also have a banner. Let me get my little self together. Oh, I do have a banner. Oh,
Oh, oh, thank you.
Nice.
That's
I
nice.
forgot I did that before.
Oh,
Thanks for the reminder, moderator.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so on July 11th, which is a week from Saturday, on 11th and 12th, I am having a private showcase on the south side of Atlanta in the airport area. So it is an invite event. It's referral. You do need to register to receive the address, as it will be a secure location. But this is going to be 2 days of mingling, of shopping, of learning, of touching, and being matched with new family members for you all to bring home. So this is called the Southside Shimmer. And like I said, you can find out more information on thevibrarian.com. That's www.theviberian.com. The link will be in the description on YouTube to both the Etsy shop for Crystal Matchmakers and my homepage. Like I said, just register. There's no admission. It's going to be from 12 to 8 and on Saturday, June 11th. We're in the
Yeah.
right month. It's
July.
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 Yeah.
July.
Oh, it's July. Yes. Okay. So
July.
July 11th and 12th, Sunday. Now, on the day of the Saturday show, again, it's mixed mingle, come shop. It's very casual, but at 2 o'clock, we are going to have a presentation from Alka and Mark that will live stream to my channel here again. But you're going to talk crystals for anybody who's in hearing distance.
Yep.
We're going to learn a little bit and look at some of the things that you have for display and spend about an hour or so talking about crystals. Then on Sunday at 2 o'clock will be my day, and I'm going to do a live online reading with the decks from my collection that are crystal focused. So we're going to throw a few cards. I'm going to showcase the decks. We're going to look through them and see what they do and how you could use cards along with your crystal friends. And that'll be live streamed from 2 to 3 then on Sunday. So we're going to have just a great time with other
Yes.
crystal enthusiasts. And I'm so excited to see. I love coming up to your house, but it's really far, from north to south. So I decided it would be fun to host you all down below the south of downtown. And so this will be the first one of these that we have.
We're very excited. And what I was thinking of including in the session on Saturday is a little meditation on how to connect with and communicate with your personal crystal so that you can get your crystal stories and start,
I think that's
writing those down.
great. That'll be great. Wonderful. Okay, so well, we are looking forward to that. I'm so appreciative of being able to have this little hot date with you both, and we'll see you all on July 11th and 12th. Link to the registration will also be in the description. I just thought I could do that as well. Let's make it as easy as possible for you all to connect, and it will definitely be something where you can bring a friend or two, and you all can just wander around and make yourself acquainted. It'll be a great time. Thank you to both of you. And I'm trying to think if there's any other housekeeping. I think that's about it. I'm not going to sleep with my Lemurian tonight because I want a more restful night of sleep, and I'm not prepared to go do any live streams to
No, no.
download.
Make sure you
So,
have blue stones around you.
Or skulls.
yes. Oh, and next time we'll have to get the brucite was the stone that our moderator brought home
Yeah.
from you. So next month in our August, we'll do a feature about brucite babies
Yeah.
and where they
Yeah, let's do that. Sunstone, brucite, all the oranges, yellows, and reds. Let's talk about them.
Lots
Yeah.
of it.
perfect for August.
Yeah,
Solar
perfect. Yeah.
sacral. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you both of you. I love you to death and smooches, and I'll see you on the
Thank you,
11th.
Joelle.
Thank you so much, Joelle. We're excited
We
for
are
the show.
very much.
All right. Namaste.
See you soon.